Evening, good afternoon, lads, ladies, pirates, players, European behind the profile stats. Now, I'm a player that has been playing over 100, over 1,000, over 1,500 rumbles, and from my experience of gameplay understanding is that there is no need to use gems to win a rumble. All you need is players that think alike. You need people that have it within themselves, that are willing to adapt. Once you become part of the pillars, the walls, the beams that hold the roof, can you hear all that work happening out there? So it's like once you become part of the joints, the screws and nails, the bolts, the rivets, the parts that are soldered, welded, brazed. Once you become part of mixing different types of forms of metals, creating certain specific types of seals, once you become part of the progressiveness of the people that are willing to work together, you can take yourself to any height, distance, and keep going with it. You don't have to ever stop. You can keep multiplying. Once you start to figure, see, the whole point of the guild system is that the thinkers, the brains, the ones that are the decision makers, they must have to begin and continue to gradually monitor everyone's progress. Now, if you haven't looked at every player, how active they are, whether they have taken or given troops before, I'll give you an example. Okay, Bosch, look Bosch, right? Now, looking at this player, let's not look at when this player was last active. Let's just take that out the picture, right? Now, this player has been playing for 2,900 days. That is a player that's been around for a long time. The player has done 26,000 battles. Even though they got 10,000 wins, that's fine, because that's approximately 3 wins per day. So that's possible, maybe 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 3,000, 4,000 points. And even defensively, this player has been hit once a day, more or less once and a half, once. And this player has never ever asked for troops ever. So this player has never relied upon anybody else. And maybe that's why this player kind of just suffered. Because this player was told from the beginning not to take troops. Oh, because, you got to rely on your own troops and whatever. And this player, over time, just kind of lost interest in the game. Because this player couldn't get anywhere over 600-700 PR, 700-800, they couldn't get to it. But also, it's all about the device availability time. This player was willing to play. So what I'm trying to say is, this player, when you see players haven't asked for troops, offer them troops. When you see players are starting to lose more than they win, they're probably farming a bit more so they keep lower PR. When you see players are breaking their shield a lot less, is because they don't have that much time availability for the device, so whenever they go off to get hit, they come back on the next day. The reason why this player's got 6% still okay. This player has been participating and funding towards the perks. There's many players that don't. And this player has done a 8-long streak, but only got 1 victory, so wasn't really confident in that area. this player didn't really use brutes much. Everyone's got gunners on the top list anyway, so what I'm trying to say is it's important just to keep an eye over the players that are within your guild, because all those players that you have in your guild are part of the progressive side of your game as a whole. Because it's like, for instance, you see those people sometimes messing about with creatures, whether they're reptiles or whatever. They put their hands and they put their own heads inside their mouth of a crocodile and get snapped. As soon as that hand gets snapped in there, that whole body of that person is going to start twisting after a while as well. So you've got to do something straight away. So that's why I say it's important for me to explain this to you and all those that be worthy. I cover the game in such a way to a point to give more benefit, but whether you see it or you don't, that's a choice you have to make. Because I'm not here to bake a cake. I'm just here to flake without making it a fake. Now, Lizzie, you're going to have to get busy, because I know you're from Cannibal Family too. But when I see your island, I see you covered it up. Well done, that's that one. See, why do you think I'm checking your island? Why? Why would the Unique Rebel be looking over islands that belong to other guilds, players? Why should I do that? Because I'm trying to explain that there's something that needs to be done that will help you along the way, and all those that be worthy. Because you have players in your guild that have made many sacrifices to help you to get to where you are today. Now, Lizzie, I will show you what I'm trying to say. I've been hitting all types of players. I've lost a lot as well, you know. Some I didn't want to lose, and some I didn't. But it's okay, look. I'll show you why I was showing you that, alright? Look. Now, what happened was, I saw there was a gap right there next to your ship in your Lady Pirate fort. I thought so. And so, I decided to take advantage of the situation. There we go, see? See, I was able to deploy troops there. So that's why I decided to make this video, so that I can help to guide all those that be worthy and more. So remember, it's important for the whole body to gradually begin to be observed and looked after, whichever guild you may be in, wherever you are, whoever you may be. It's important you begin to look over one another's. You begin to start to help one another's. There's some people like Lizzie that have it within their heart and mind and understanding to make that change. But there's some that will never make the change. It doesn't matter how many videos you make. It doesn't matter what part of the world they're from or who their ancestors are. It doesn't matter whether they have elder ones, little ones, big ones. There's a gap here that's been there since the beginning of time. And some of these people, they might have maxed out the islands, but their understanding will never grow, because there is no constructive criticism that can be ignited towards fueling the visuality of the permanent progress of the reality. So they will continue to go down, and instead of rising up. It's not about raising the Titanic, it's about stopping others from dropping further down. What can we do to help players? I can only say, look, we all have our own level of understanding. We have our own level of gameplay. We have our own level of approach. It doesn't matter how much I try to explain to people. People are not willing to change. They will never change. But there are some that do, and those are the ones I'm hopeful for, you see. There are some that will make the little changes, that will make the little bit of adjustments, that may take the time to view people's videos and see what the goodness is. That's the one. That's what happens when you stick a ground panel right there, sticking straight over here to a toilet. You gotta be more constructive with what you need to do and get done. Yeah, ultimately, I'm gonna allow you all to go, but remember, keep continuing to help one another's, support one another's, be there for one another's. I want to congratulations to KGB number 1 that came as place number 2. But at the end of the day, this is what gives you that experience that you need the most. And it's great that you tried and you pushed and you even got ahead of that Ultra F. You got ahead of him as well, so that's quite an achievement. Because there are some very tough players in this game that can score 400-500k. But I don't see why they're using so many gems when the game's on maintenance.